Welcome to the presentation on radio or option button and scroll bar. In this presentation, we will see how to create the radio or option buttons using the checkbox and checkbox group class. After that, we will see how to create horizontal and vertical scroll bars. First, we will see how to create the radio or option button. In Java, radio buttons are checkboxes added to a checkbox group. When checkboxes are added to a checkbox group, they automatically change their appearance and become radio buttons. The checkbox group class is used to create the group of checkboxes. The checkbox group class has the following methods. The first is the constructor, that is the checkbox group, which creates a instance of the checkbox group. Then the next method is the getSelected checkbox. Gets current selected checkbox from this checkbox group. And after this, set selected checkbox with the parameter checkbox. That is, it sets the current choice in this group to the specified checkbox. Now, we will see one example, that is the program to create an applet containing a label, two radio buttons with the caption pass and fail, and one text field. The text field shows the message about the selected radio button. Now, as usual, here first three are the import statement to import AWT package, event package, and the applet package. Then we declare the class radio demo, which extends the applet class and implements the Atom Listener interface. In the class, we are defining the variables C1 and C2 of type checkbox, LBL of type label, T of type text field, and G of type checkbox group. Then we override the init method of the applet class. In the init method, first we create the instance of the label class, that is LBL equal to new label result of student. And after this, we create the instance of the checkbox group class. Then we create the instance of the checkbox and we add that checkbox in the checkbox group G with the caption as pass and the initial value as true. Now since C1 checkbox is added in the checkbox group G, it automatically shows the option button or radio button instead of the normal checkbox. Similarly, CT equal to new checkbox, then the parameters are here fail, false, and G. That is, now in the checkbox group G, there are two option buttons or radio buttons C1 and C2. Then we create the instance of the text field, that is T equal to new text field 20. 20 is now here the width of the text field. Then we add LBL, that is a label, C1, C2, and T in the applet. After this, we add the atom listener for C1 and C2 by using the statement C1 equal to add atom listener this, and similarly C2 equal to add atom listener this. Now after this, we will override or define the method atom state changed. Now this method is automatically called whenever any one of the checkbox, that is the option button, was clicked by the user, and when the method is called, automatically it checks whether the selectable atom is C1. If get selectable atom is C1, then value of text field is changed by using the statement T dot set text result is pass. Otherwise, it displays the message that result is fail in the text field. Now we will see the scroll bar class. Scroll bar class is used to create a horizontal and vertical scroll bar. A scroll bar can be added to a top level container like frame or a component like panel. Scroll bar class is another component of the AWT package which extends the component class. Now, some of the constructors of the scroll bar. The first is the scroll bar, which constructs a vertical scroll bar. That is, by default, the scroll bar constructor will construct a vertical scroll bar. Then the next is the scroll bar constructor with one integer parameter, that is orientation. This will now construct a scroll bar with specified orientation. The orientation can take any one of the two values, that is scroll bar dot horizontal or scroll bar dot vertical. And the third one is the constructor with 5 integer parameters, of which the first one is the orientation, second is the value, third is the extent, and the next is the minimum, and the last one is the max. This will create a scroll bar with specified orientation, value, extent, minimum, and maximum. Orientation: this parameter specifies the scroll bar to be horizontal or vertical scroll bar. Value: this parameter specifies the starting position of the knob of scroll bar on the track of the scroll bar. Then the next is the extent. This parameter specifies the width of the knob of the scroll bar. After this, min. This parameter gives the minimum width of the track on which the scroll bar moves. And the last one is the max, that is, it specifies the maximum width of the track. Now we will see the methods of scroll bar class. The first method is the public add adjustment listener, and the parameter is adjustment listener AL. This will add the adjustment listener. After this, the next one is public int get value, which returns the scroll bar's current position value. Then next is set value method. This method sets the current position. After this, the next method is get maximum, that is, gives the maximum setting of the scroll bar. Then the method get minimum gives the minimum setting of the scroll bar. Set maximum method will set the scroll bar's maximum value, and the set minimum method will set the scroll bar's minimum value. We will see one program to create applet containing two scroll bars, horizontal and vertical, and one text field. The text field displays a message showing current value of the adjusted scroll bar. The first import statement imports the applet class. The next two import statement imports event and AWT package. Now we declare a class called as scroll demo, which extends applet class and implements adjustment listener interface. After this, the next statement is to declare the text field variable, that is text field t. After this, two scroll bar variables s1 and s2, and then we override the init method. In the init method, the first statement, that is t is equal to new text field 20, which will create the instance of the text field and assign the reference to the variable t. Then the next statement is s1 equal to new scroll bar dot horizontal 1 comma 10 comma 1 comma 100. This will create the horizontal scroll bar, and the initial value is 1 and the maximum value is 100. Similarly, the next statement will create the vertical scroll bar with minimum value as 1 and maximum as 100, and the reference is assigned to the variable s2. Then we add the scroll bars s1 and s2 and the text field T in the applet. After this, the next statement is to add the adjustment listener of S1 and S2. Then the next statement is or next method is adjustment value changed. Now this method will be automatically executed whenever the user clicks any one of the or whenever the user adjusts any one of the scroll bar. And here e.getAdjustable will return either value as S1 or S2. That is now e.getAdjustable is equal to S1. Then in the text field it displays the current value of the S1 scroll bar, and this value is given by the method called as s1.getValue. Similarly, if user adjusts or makes any of the changes in the second scroll bar, then it displays the message that horizontal adjusted with the current value of second scroll bar, which is given by s2.getValue. Here is the end of this presentation. Thank you.